Hi, we're going to make a snappy leaf for the Emmy headband, the Emmy halo. Changed the pattern just a little bit to make it easier. I've played around with the wording on this so many times and it just seems to throw everybody, so we're doing a video. The pattern calls for to chain 5. So I'm going to start and I'm going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then it says to do a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, there's my spot. I'm going to work 1 double crochet. Then I'm going to skip the next stitch and then chain 1, or chain 1 and skip 1. I do that backwards half the time just because that's how I learned. So needless to say, whichever way you want to say it, I'm going to skip a stitch, I'm going to chain 1 at the same time, and then I'm going to work 2 double crochet in the very last. I'm straddling my tripod, so I'm crocheting a little awkward right now. So if this looks difficult, that's why. It's really not. Just want you to be able to see my stitches better. Okay, so now I've got this little strange figure here. Looks like I've got 4 posts. 1, 2, 3, and 4 posts. I'm going to chain 1, flip it over. There's my 4 posts. Working around this second post here, second post, I'm going to do just like a front post double crochet. I'm going to work 4 of them around the same post. So there's 1, 2, these are just stacked one right under the other, 3, and 4. And then I wanted my leaf to be a little bit more pointed, so I finished with a treble crochet. So I'm going to yarn over twice, and right below those 4 double crochet I'm going to do a treble crochet. So I have something that looks like this right now. Now in the pattern it says that I'm going to be creating a U shape, and the reason why it says that is because now I'm just going to keep working, and now I'm going to work on this post, not this outside weird little thing. I'm going to work on this one right here. But this is where it's just kind of a little tricky. To do this, we kind of need to rotate around so that we are working from the right to the left on this post. So I'm like this. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm actually going to turn my piece so that I'm going to work from the outside to the inside. But this is a treble crochet, so I'm going to yarn over twice. This first one is a little funky and you might feel a little weird. It'll all even out. Just don't do this too tight. You want the height of that treble crochet. So see, it should just continue right up and around. Now that post, I'm still working on that same post. I can slide this up a little bit so that I can work. I'm going to work 4 double crochet right under it. Now this may seem weird because it's not your typical crochet 5 stitches in a row. We've got this little contraption we're working on here, so just bear with me. All of these are just up front post double crochet worked around the exact same post, and I hope I haven't lost count. I should have 4 double crochets right under that. So far this is what we should have, and yours might look a little pulled apart and whatever, and we're going to fix that at the end. We're going to fluff it a little bit. So since this wasn't big enough, I wanted a little bit more leaf shaping. I added another row. So after we've done the 1 treble crochet and the 4 double crochets, we're going to chain 1, turn our piece. Now we're going to work in these stitches. See these stitches right along here? We're going to work in these stitches. This is a magic stitch. At the end, we're going to work a slip stitch into this one, but we'll be able to find that later, so don't panic yet. So what we're going to do, we just chained 1, we turned, we're going to do 2 single crochets. So there's 1, worked in the same stitch, there's 2, now I'm going to do 2 half double crochets, so there's 1, 2. Now here's where the pattern changed just a little bit to make it easier for everybody and help it turn just a little bit easier. I'm going to do 2 double crochets in this stitch. I'm going to chain 1. Then I'm going to do 2 double crochets in this stitch, just giving it a little bit more room up here in this point. Then I'm going to do a half double and another half double crochet. Okay, then I'm going to do a single crochet in each of the stitches that are left. So that's what we've got, kind of like a little Christmas tree or an arrowhead or little weird triangle shape. Now the pattern calls to slip stitch, in stitch on the other edge of the leaf. Remember how we talked about the magic stitch? Well, we created it right over here. So we're here, the opposite edge is right here, and we're just going to fold this whole little thing together and do a slip stitch. Now let me show you that again. Here's the bottom of my leaf. This is the row I just did. I ended here. I haven't chained or anything after that. I just barely finished a single crochet here. I'm going to ignore all of this in the middle, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Now this pulls the bottom together. Well, that doesn't look like a leaf, does it? Okay, but with a lot of crochet things, we have to find its inner beauty, and so we're going to fluff it, make it look all pretty, and there's our leaf. So when I stitch down my flowers, I can just do a couple stitches into the headband here. I can pull it however I want. You know, yours might end up looking like this ugly mess. Just love it a little bit. Make it look like a leaf. So there you go. I liked this. The reason why I added it is because it gave it some depth. It wasn't just a flat, weird leaf. You can play with it. You could pinch it together and make it, you know, kind of whatever. This is the opposite side. It's this weird little mess, but nobody's going to see that. I just think that's a fun new shape for a leaf. And I hope this video helps. Thanks.